something I'm forever grateful for. But I think most fun thing was, besides playing, was the fact that Ted learned I could drive cars. Mm-hmm. So in Europe, like, I was the designated driver because Ted would drive one car and I'd drive their Mercedes with the band and crew stuck in them.
Right.
And we'd drive hell bent for election on the Autobahn, just hauling ass, going through the roundy rounds. And I remember one time I think it was Ted hit a Volkswagen going through the roundaround, and he just barely clipped it. I mean, which is enough, but we're trying to get to the next wherever the hell we were going, and all you hear is the doppelganger effect of that horn from the Volkswagen going. Funniest thing you've ever seen.
I can imagine. The thing is, what I love about Ted is an amazing and completely underrated guitar player. His personality is so overwhelming that I think, unfortunately, it's detrimental on the way people view his music and his playing. His playing is so unorthodox and different for the type of music that he does. It's got like a boogie feel to it, and he sounds different than every other guitar player from that era. Even in Damn Yankees, which was a little more, big production, hard rock type of band, you still felt that Ted Nugent vibe in it. And it must have been. It must have been very interesting. I can imagine what the conversations were like with Ted.
He would never shut up. And we were driving through, Germany one time, and he was driving this van, and I was sitting co-pilot, and the rest of the guys. There was two cars, but I was in this car with him, and he was just yakking away. He didn't drink and he didn't do any drugs, and he just never shut up. He just sit there and talk. But what he was doing is just entertaining himself to keep himself awake, I guess. But he had so much energy. And, strong personality, great player. He didn't do a lot of political stuff then. I think it probably morphed as he got older.
Right.
And everybody kind of knows, or most people know, what my political stance. But I'm not bringing that up to interviews, and I don't bring it through my music.
Right.
I do on my a little bit here and there. Maybe more than that on my Facebook page, but that's me and my music. But I don't bring that element into the show because nobody wants to hear that. So I understand that. But back then, Ted was just so full of energy, and he would be talking and just yakking up and telling me stories that I did not ask to hear. And we'd be driving through Europe, and it's like, my God, this guy's got more energy than I do, But he was. I've got a lot of Ted stories. They're just pretty hilarious.
I could imagine. I mean, like I said, the guy is just such a overwhelming personality, and Ted is that guy that either you love Ted or you don't like Ted.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
I happen to love Ted because I get such a kick out of him. I think he's just the coolest guy in the world.
He's an entertainer. I mean, back in the day, as you well know, he was quite the entertainer, and that's why he made a lot of money, and he did real well in certain areas of his career.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. Okay, now, how do you wind up in Fraley's Comet? Because this has got to be interesting.
Well, it actually happened when I was playing with Cheap Trick, which is who I joined with after Ted Nugent.
God, that makes me so happy. Cheap Trick is one of my favorite bands of all time.
It's a great band, my God. I mean, just a quick thing on Cheap Trick. The reason I knew of those guys is one of the keyboard players, a producer, or did some studio stuff, was a producer for another band in L.A., where this band had two players in it, Pete Comita and John Brandt, who were the replacement bass players for Cheap Trick, and that's how they got to know me.
Oh, okay.
So I was playing with Nugent when Cheap Trick wanted me, but after 707, but they had to wait until 85 and they got a hold of me. So anyhow, I was with Cheap Trick, and in 86 we were on tour with John Waite, and we were doing a co-headline thing. And that was when John Waite was supporting his Missing You album. I think, was that Rover's Return? I'm not even sure if that's the right one.
I'm not sure, but I know that song, and I love that song.
But it's such a great song. Of course, John Waite is like, God vocally to me. I always thought he was fantastic.
He totally is.
And I used to sit there and listen to their sound checks and go, man, the band is just solid. And, of course, they had the late Frankie LaRocca on drums,
right,
and John Regan playing bass. Arthur Stead was playing keyboards, and God, I can't remember the guitar player, the guy, redhead guy, really cool guy, great player. And I listened to him, and finally I just walked up to John after I got done, and I introduced myself. Said, "Hey, I'm Tod Howarth. I play keyboards and do some vocals with Cheap Trick." And John says, "Yeah, I've been watching you up there. You're doing a lot of singing, aren't you?" I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what they like about me. I'm not a extraordinary keyboard player. I'm more of a songwriter than anything else. But I've got vocal ability, and I also play guitar and I'm a songwriter." And so we started talking. He says, "This is some good stuff, no? Because I'm working on a project that I might have you look into." And so I think it was about probably maybe 6 months later or 4 months later, he'd gotten in contact with me and said, "Okay, this is the project. It's with Ace Frehley from Kiss, and he's got his own deal going, and we're streamlining from 5 people because he had Arthur Stead in that band as well, from 5 people down to 4, and you should come out and check it out." So I flew out twice. When I was on tour with Cheap Trick, or either I think going to to do a leg of touring with Cheap Trick, I went through New York and auditioned. And the first time, man, went so. Ace wasn't. I think Ace, he liked my singing, of course, but I think he was looking for another lead player that was close to his style, which I'm not.
No, not even. Not close.
And I'm not really a lead player. I'm a melody player. I can play leads, but I could care less. I'll do them because they're fun. But in my mind, I got to play what I'm hearing in my head, so that's I always transcribe it to my fingers and on the fretboard.
Of course.
But anyhow, second time I went through, I changed it up a little bit, and they got some songs, and Ed Trunk was there, and
Ed Trunk is
John,
everywhere.
I'm sorry?
Ed Trunk is everywhere.
Yeah, well, back then he was a lot more concentrated on getting Ace going, and he was such a young kid back then. Really, this kid, he's a young guy, But it worked out, and I quit Cheap Trick in late December, and jumped right in the studio. They were already starting to record the first Frehley's Comet album, and I was there in January.
It was an awesome record. Johnny, you wanted to say something?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. It was an awesome record. Actually, both records that you were on were very, very good records.
Well, thank you.
I feel the second record that you had a lot more to do with the second record than the first one.
Oh yeah, of course. The first record was good because I'll tell you there was a lot of energy there. Anton Fig was busting ass. Can I say ass on this?
You can
say whatever the fuck you want to say.
We're on internet radio.
Oh, good. Because I bit my tongue. I said, a couple of times I say fucking this and fucking
that. We say titties on this show.
So Anton was just kicking ass through the CD or the album back then, and it was just so full of positive energy. Ace was dead on nailing everything that he possibly could, with full energy of what he wanted to translate to the fans, and I think that it really worked out. And plus, it was the excitement of Ace's first real album. Even though it was Frehley's Comet, everybody knows it was Ace's solo album with the band, and the fans loved it. Then, when the rushed second album came out, or started to be recorded, Ace didn't have all the songs assembled that he wanted to. And I just stepped up and said, well, I've got some tunes that we might be able to make work, and I can work with Ace. And matter of fact, I got one song that we can do doubles on the vocals and kind of have fun with. We got that going. Ace, he ended up also having a lot of bronchitis through that recording session, so he wasn't in the best, healthiest standpoint.
Right.
And so we had the element of me coming in doing this for the whole songs, the extra songs, and Ace not feeling that great. And then we had Jamie Aldaker come in. Actually, he came in to do the other part of the tour. A fantastic drummer, a good friend.
Yes.
But it was a different hit, a different feel and power like Anton had. It was a very extremely solid feel. I mean, It's Over Now came out unbelievable because of Jamie Aldaker. And a lot of the other tracks on Second Sighting. But I think from the fans' perspective, they heard it differently. They didn't hear the energy that Anton put in the first one. They heard more of my style of songwriting, which may have appeared to be lighter only based on the fact that they heard It's Over Now and thought, oh, here comes the wimpy section, And a lot of Kiss fans or Ace fans didn't like that. Well, I understand that, but the thing was, at the time we didn't have really a choice, and and Ace really liked It's Over Now. He thought it was a great track.
It is a great track.
So what happened is, I mean, those are the elements, the components that made the second side happen.
Mm-hmm.
So then out comes the artwork, which was horrible, because it was rushed. And then all of a sudden, here comes all the people pissed off. Not all the people, but a few people irritated. They think I'm trying to take over the band, trying to make it Todd's Comet, and I'm trying to limit Ace's singing. And I'm thinking, what? What? That's the furthest thing from my mind. All it's trying to do is keep us going.
But people form their own opinions very, very quickly, and you know how it is. Once somebody thinks something's stupid and they're convinced of it, they don't want to hear anything else.
Yeah, well, that line of thinking falls in the realms of other arenas, but we'll leave that alone.
Doubt about that.
But that is it. They won't change their mind about it, and I felt, I wasn't really hurt. I wasn't really pissed. I was like kind of disappointed. Like, really? That's what you think? I mean, come on. I really had an envision of doing some heavier stuff with Ace, because I helped produce Ace's vocals a lot in that record, trying to get him to sing a little bit more with confidence, as I helped a little bit with the first record as well.
Right.
But because I'm a singer and I have that different type of background with it, I interjected what I could, and he did a real good job with it. I mean, we really straightened out a lot of things that sound a lot better with him singing it, with collectively everybody helping give him hints on how to phrase things. But it was a disappointment that a couple of songs are really good. Really, it came out very well, but the fact that they didn't put any money behind It's Over Now. It was just that was devastating to me, because I thought, man, this is the perfect time for a power ballad. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of seems like common sense, and it wasn't such a standard, like GCD power ballad. You know what I mean?
Right,
like it was a little more substance to it than just the your standard 3 chords and you guys looking great with your hair sprayed up to the sky and go. There was
back then we had more hair. Yeah, right.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, thank God for hats.
Yeah. So I'm going to get into the 4x8 right now as we speak. First of all, I got to tell you, my favorite song on this whole record is Levy Breach. It's got such a great groove.
Cool.
AJ's playing is ridiculous, and I want to ask, how did you guys wind up hooking up with AJ Pero or Pero? Well, it depends on how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Pero. Well, we were lucky to hook up with him. Here's the deal: we started the project with Stet Howland from Wasp on drums.
Great drummer.
Fantastic guy, great guy. Still love him. We still talk, occasionally. We and Sean Kelly, the original guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
We got together first and shaped up the band and started doing some shows. And there was a different style going on, because John and I, and I'm not patting John or me on the back, but John and I play very solid behind the beat.
Right.
I mean, with John and I play and Anton Fig, oh my God, it's just so fucking fat. That type of feel.
Yeah.
So we're used to that. So anybody that plays outside that circle, not saying it's good or bad, it's just different, and we have to kind of mold them, unfortunately, selfishly, to our style, because that's kind of the nucleus of what we're trying to build here with 4x8.
Right.
So we had everything going with the band, all set to record, and the time was slotted out, and I had flown into New York to do a KISS convention with John 2 days before we started tracking, 2 or 3 days, I think. And we're at the KISS convention, and one of our good friends, good fans, Sue Newman, she was there at the KISS convention to meet us and get stuff signed. And she comes up to me and says, I don't know if I should show you this, but you got to see this on Facebook. So I looked on Facebook, and there's Stet Howland in a neck brace in the hospital bed. Well, he'd been rear-ended by a car, and I guess in Florida, in his home area, and I just looked at that like, oh my God! I mean, and we tried to get a hold of him, and it was hard to get a hold of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had to get a hold of him through Facebook for some reason. So it came to pass that there was no way he was going to be able to record because he was definitely screwed up, as was his girlfriend at the time. And so we had to make a decision to find another drummer to do these tracks and hopefully get set on the next 6 tracks. And it was like, oh my God, panic mode.
Yeah, of course.
So Danny Stanton was, I'm not sure if he was there or on the phone. I can't remember that now. But we got a hold of Danny and said, Danny, we got to find a drummer. And we also talked to some other people that are musicians, great guys. I think that were associated with Danny and a few other bands. Mm-hmm. And they recommended A.J. Perro, as did Danny. Mm-hmm. And from Twisted Sister. Now, I know Twisted Sisters, I don't know much, or I didn't know much about Twisted Sister musically. I mean, I knew what they had done, and with all due respect, they just kicked ass and had a very good following for so many years.
Of course.
And I'm thinking, I'm not really sure how this guy would work for us, but what the hell? Let's talk to him. So I did end up talking to him. Great guy on the phone. I mean, it's like we hit it off immediately because he's a biker, and I'm a fake biker, so that worked out well. And so I said, let me send you some MP3s of the songs we're doing. So I sent him MP3s, and he gave them a listen inside of the couple days that he had, and he ended up coming up to the studio to do the songs, but not before being rear-ended by a car on the way up.
Are you kidding?
No, in his car, he got rear-ended. Luckily, the only thing got damaged was the bumper of his new Dodge. So we had to send a limo for him, and the limo brought him up to a studio in upstate New York. So now we're in the studio, and he's got an idea and handle on the songs, but we're going through them, and I said, look, why don't we I'll piece them out for you, just learn them. So I'm in the ISO booth with my Steinbrenner, one of them, and he's in the big room, and John goes in the booth with JC, our co-manager, engineer extraordinaire, and I teach him the songs. And he just lays them down fat as all fucking get out. And I mean, we're grinning and having such a fun time because the chemistry is obvious. So we get him down, and then John comes in to join. I mean, and this happened with each song, but we get him down to the point where John comes in and runs through with us, and then we just run 2 or 3 tracks on the tunes, and we pick from the one that we liked the best, and I think we did 6 songs in 2 days with him. And the 3rd day, he came up to listen to in case we needed to fix anything, and that's how we got AJ to play.
It's crazy, and that's my point, because I knew that story, and I'm glad that you reiterated it for the people who are listening. And it's crazy how much of a cohesive unit you guys sound like you've been playing together forever. And that's one of the things that comes across so clear on the album.
Yeah, it really. I mean, with the duration, the career, the resume, his style, which I had no idea he was a big Bonham file. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, oh my God, the fun stuff we can do in the future, and which kind of sounds crappy, but I was thinking, well, if that doesn't, do this next 6 songs, maybe we get AJ to do it. Same time, at that time, nobody knew that, Twisted Sister was winding down to close it out.
Right.
And AJ did, and he had said, look, and he volunteered this information one time in the car. He said, I'm not sure what's happening in the future with Twisted. I think we may be winding down. I'm not saying I don't know for sure, but if that in fact does happen, he says I would really be interested in joining this project if there is an open slot. And John and I looked at each other because John and I thought, John and I, we pretty much think a lot alike, and sometimes we don't even have to talk about stuff, and it's like twins that know the evils they're getting into. It just came to pass that we thought, oh man, that would be fantastic. So we said, you know what, I think we're going to have to go with it based on what we come up with these 6 tracks, and we just thought, wow, this is something we have to finish off with AJ if we can. Mm-hmm. Well, we never got to do that because, as everybody knows, AJ passed away early last year.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
that was a heartbreak for all of us.
Yeah.
And
it was tough. It was really tough. I mean, for the family, for his fans, for everybody that was close to him. And we'd only known him for a short period of time. And we saw him again at Danny Stanton's wedding,
right,
in December, because the wife and I traveled out there, and we were sitting at the table there with Peter Criss and a few other celebs, and then also Rob Affuso walks by because one of his corporate bands is playing there. So kind of met Rob as well again.
Soul System.
First time.
Not to cut you off for a second, but Rob's band is called Soul System Orchestra.
Yeah.
And they do play live occasionally in the New York area. For those of you who are listening, these guys grew for days. They're fantastic. Go check them out.
They're unbelievable. It's a big section. I mean, there's interchanging band members depending on the genre.
Yep.
And they are fucking phenomenal.
They really are.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but so we were sitting there, and I saw. I talked to Peter Criss a little bit, and when I first talked to him, he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, what's going on?" Who the hell is, which is funny because we played with him many years ago, but I don't expect him to remember him. He's met everybody in the world twice, and at least, and I understand that. Later on, he came up to me and said, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, how you doing, Todd?" Yeah. But I saw AJ Pero, and he didn't look good to me. He looked like he was sick. And he was sweating. And I said, "AJ, you doing okay?" He said, "Yeah, I just got a little touch of something. I should be good. I'm going back out with Adrenaline Mob, and we'll do some shows, and I should be good to go." And then I talked to him a couple times on the phone just before he was supposed to come out to record, and I still have his texts to me on my phone right now about how he was planning to do stuff. And then and I talked to him 2 days before he passed away. That was it. Pretty. I mean, it's just sad.
It is sad, and the thing that I was going to say is that we're quite friendly with a lot of the guys in the Twisted Crew and Danny himself and everybody.
What a great fucking crew!
It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are fantastic. And they're all good people, and they all have the same goal in mind. You know what I mean? It's like when you have a whole group of people that are all working towards the same thing, you can't fail. You just can't.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because people don't realize that it's not just the band up there; it's that crew behind you.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's. I mean, not to backtrack here, but when I was with Ted Nugent, there was always the very first 3 songs, I needed a towel, and I didn't have to. By the time we got good portion through halfway through that tour, I didn't have to look back. I just raised my hand; the towel would land in my hand.
That's
awesome. And circumventing problems, and George Marshall for Twisted Sister doing sound. I mean,
he's awesome.
He's amazing, and he's done sound for us a lot. And he just did sound for us when we did the songs at Fox News Studio in New York, and he's always in a good mood, and which is so nice because even though I seem like I'm always in a good mood, I'm not. So. I mean, the crew is the guys that have worked, and I feel bad I don't remember all their names, but they're always so gracious and just they do their best at what they can, and we're very indebted to them.
I'll tell you one thing. I've had George do sound for my bands numerous times over the years, and you know how good he is to me is that I'll look at him and I'll go, I don't even have to be here because I already know what this is going to sound like. You know what I mean? Like, that's how professional George is.
Well, that's having confidence in the people that you've got working with you, and it's such a comforting feeling because, as opposed to riding around a station wagon with 6 bowling balls loose in the back of it, that's not a good feeling. It's, oh my God, you don't know what's going to happen when you turn a corner and slam on the brakes.
No doubt. And to go back to AJ for one more second, the one thing that I can safely say about AJ is that the mark of a man is the legacy and memory you leave behind. And I've yet to meet or talk to a person, and I talk to a lot of people, believe it or not, for my little radio show here that I've started and is growing wings over the last year and a half. You'll never find a person on this planet that has a negative word to say about that man. Ever.
No.
And I believe that. In the short time that we met him and knew him, and I understand. I can see that completely. I mean, playing with him in the studio, from the ISO booth, and I'd show him something, and his eyes would, like a little kid, he'd brighten up, big old smile, and then we'd try it again, and we'd do it, and then we'd go, oh, let's try it this way. And then he was just so happy and such a positive mood to play, and I mean, he took direction just from the sake of a songwriter's perspective, not ego, because I've got an ego, but it's only directed in trying to make things move forward with songs in the band. But he just delivered, and then he added stuff that was just ass kicking, and then he was happy and smiling. I mean, I've never had so much fun tracking in the studio in my life.
See, that's someone with that kind of a positive attitude and the ability to take his ability and push the songs forward. And leaving his ego
that's a team thing. And I have to tell you, we did the very same thing with Rob Affuso. Him coming in, and he was sick for, I think, 10 days before he came to the studios. He didn't have time to learn the songs either that well. So I had to teach him the songs. And we had the same kind of fun, because Rob and I hit it off right off the bat, because he's got this twisted, sick sense of humor that, and he knows how to wind me up, in a half a click. So, and it's a lot of fun. So we bounce off each other a lot, and so that dynamic was a lot of fun in the studio. Almost just as much fun as the initial recording of the first part of 4x Fate, which is that's hard to beat that. But it was a great experience to record those 12 songs.
Well, therein lies my next question: how did you guys hook up with Rob and bring him into the project?
Well, Rob, after AJ had passed, Pat Gasparini, our new guitar player, songwriter, co-lead singer, said, hey, I ran into Rob, I talked to Rob Fuso from Skid Row, and also the Soul System Orchestra, and, he's going to be interested in getting back into doing some rock stuff. And I said, and John, I said, well, that's fantastic. I think John knew him as well, had run into him. And so he was interested in doing it, and we said, let's go for it. Let's see what transpires. So we ended up having him come up and going over this tunes. I'm trying to remember if we did pre-production in I think we did rehearsals at his chicken coop, his ranch in the chicken coop, which is a nice fucking chicken coop, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of his farm, and good Lord, man.
Oh yeah, it's a nice farm, and I gotta tell you, I mean, the farm is so fucking huge and big, and I grew up on a horse ranch, so I know about space.
Right.
And the last time I was out there with Rob, I was deathly ill doing these shows that we did and promos, but I was out there and all this room, this farm, and here's Rob out there on a tractor, and he's not paying attention. He runs into his fucking barn. I'm not kidding you. I mean, he glances at it, and it just looks at me like, oh, who put that there? And he backs up, laughs at this little grin. And I'm like, Jesus, what are you, Ace Frehley driving down the freeway here?
That's a very good reference, by the way.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a beautiful ranch. It really is. And he's done such a phenomenal job of redoing it over the years. And the irony of it, the way he built that ranch has nothing to do with music, or initially had nothing to do with music, or Skid Row, I should say.
Mm-hmm. So,
it was a pleasure in getting him into the project and getting him on the next 6 songs. And, it was a hell of a lot of work, but so was the first half. And that's primarily why this album is called Relentless, because John and I just did not give the fuck up.
And I'll tell you, I'm really glad that you didn't, because what you have here is a fantastic album of good, crunchy, American hard rock.
Real good.
And
thanks.
I mean,
awesome.
I can't begin to tell you how much I love it. It's really hard for me to pick the favorite. My favorite is Levy Breach, because I love the way the drums sound in the beginning. It just grabs me right away. And I'm going to ask you one more question about one more song.
Sure.
Amber Waves. I imagine that this song is very deeply personal to you, and I happen to love this song, and it seems like a new sort of a theme, and especially in our tumultuous political times, people need to hear a song like this, quite frankly.
And that's exactly what it is. The song, see, I write songs on many different instruments, depending on whatever I can get my hands on to have all their strings or plugged in. But when I wrote the song Amber Waves on piano, I was at my studio here in San Diego, and I'm always playing piano stuff, and I write a lot of easy listening, for the sake of better terms, just piano orchestration. I love strings. I can do, well, you can hear them in amber waves. That's all me playing all the keyboard strings and orchestrations.
Right.
Everything on there. Actually, everything I did there, I did that in my living room here at my home.
That's insane because you
I
would
did it
never
on.
guess.
I got a big Korg. I've got 3 Korgs. So my 2 home Korgs are huge sequencing machines that I can play real piano, and I recorded all of it here just to get a leg up on the time in the studio. Mm-hmm. But I wrote the song when I was writing the song, or going over the song back in 2010. I was writing the tune over in my studio, and I had the melody in my head, and I'm thinking, okay, this is another one of my love song, or woe is me because the bitch done left me song, or I'm a dumbass because the bitch left me song, or whatever. And so I thought, well, that's nice to write another love song, but we really need to. I need to pick up the pace here, put something. And so I was just singing the melody, and so when I got to the chorus part of it. And it was real rough then because I, couldn't remember the chords because they were all such strange chords. I just blurted out, and this is for the stars, and this is for the stripes, and may the amber waves of grain flow here forever, beneath the bluest skies. And I went, well, I know what the fuck this song's going to be about. And I wrote all the lyrics down in that night because there's so much to draw from. Obviously, if you love this country, you can draw so many things, and you can write, poetry or lyrics or stories, short stories, whatever. There's so much to write. So I had a bunch of verses, and that really went deep. Some went a little bit, like harsh on those that really want to destroy this nation. And I can't write that because then it sounds like I'm in a pissed off song. Right? So I didn't want to do that. So I backed it off, and I just wrote a tribute to the fact that the American flag and the veterans that have given their lives so we can do what we want to do. And I just made it an anthem in a love song. And it's wild. I played it for my grandson, who's now 10 years old. Mm-hmm. And when I played the music for him, and he listened to it, he goes, "That's sad, Grandpa." Wow. And he hadn't even heard the lyrics of the melody. And my wife thought that was funny as hell, but because she wanted me to rock it up. I said, no, I'm not going to rock it up. This is the way this song's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it came across very powerfully. It was brought up by a good friend of mine who found it on YouTube because I posted it online for a long time until I had to take it down, of me just singing it and performing it live in my studio. But Eddie Dice, a veteran and a 4x8 fan and a good friend.
And a good friend of mine, too, and a good friend of our shows.
There you go. See, the guy gets around.
He really does. He's great people.
But he said, you guys got to do the song. And I really didn't. I wasn't sure that it could be done for this album. And then I started listening or thinking about how I could do it. And I brought it up to the guys and John, and they said, yeah, let's do it. So that's how it got into the album.
And I love what you did with it. I love both versions on the CD, the acoustic version and the version with the full band. And I think, again, like I said, it's a very important song, especially nowadays. And I hope, and I would think that a lot of people would listen to it and give the lyrics the proper due that they should have. Because
and thank you for saying that, because it really isn't. I have a lot of fans that have diversified allegiances to parties and thought patterns, I guess, in the political sense, and that's fine because we all have to be different things. But I really have difficulty with people that want to disparage the flag, destroy the sovereignty of this nation, so they can be ruled by megalomaniacs who tell them, here's your $20,000 and your brick of sweaty cheese, shut the hell up and go do this job digging a ditch. I don't see that. I think that everybody should be thankful that we have the aspiration to aspire to whatever it is we want to aspire or strive for within the confines of our abilities and our foresight. I'm not a brain surgeon. I can never be a brain surgeon. I'd like to think that I could try if I wanted to be a brain surgeon, but I'm an artist. I'm a painter, illustrator, and a songwriter. That's what I do best.
Right.
Please just let me do that. Let me pursue that without you telling me what I have to do or the freedoms that I don't have. And that's what this song is pretty much saying. Thank you to the people that passed and perished so that we could all do this and continue to do this.
Yeah, we're very lucky to be standing here with the freedoms that we have today. And when you look at it, especially in this day and age, you know, they're trying slowly but surely to take those freedoms away from us. And again, I'm not going to get into it either.
Fuck that.
You know, Todd, you and I think a lot along the same lines when it comes to these sort of things. Because I read your Facebook posts, and I'm like, this motherfucker knows, you know?
Yeah. Well, I also, thank you, man. And I know, I read extensively when I get a time to read, which is first thing in the morning and usually late at night. And on airplanes. God, if I get caught on a plane without a book, I'm like a Tasmanian devil, because it's like hell. But I read a lot, and I read stuff that is not overtly one-sided. But it leans to just a pragmatic approach. And I just have to bring out the perspective in whatever I do that reflects how I feel.
Right.
And I love writing songs about partying down and you know, and having good loving and all that kind of stuff, which at my age, good loving was a nice memory. You know, I'm joking, kind of. But the thing is that, you know, I want to be able to just have a good time, a lighthearted, not go too deep in the stuff that depresses people, because people are trying to escape that. I understand that. I get that. If I go see, you know, Jeff Beck and you know, some of my favorite artists, I don't want to hear them rant about how much they like whomever, just a political party, especially if it's somebody I don't like, because that's not why I paid the ticket. I paid the ticket so you shut the fuck up and play that guitar, just like he used to play it on Blow by Blow.
Right, right, exactly. I totally understand. You know, it's on a personal level. Like, if you and I are sitting face to face over a cup of coffee, we could have this conversation.
Oh yeah,
and that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I totally see where you're coming from an artistic point of view and a musical point of view. Now, I got two more questions for you, and then I'm going to let you go because I know that you're exhausted. Now, 4 by Fate, are we going on tour?
Well, that is a weighted phrase. We are going to do shows. I would love to go on tour. I'm hoping that we can go on tour to whatever a tour really is. Despite our resume, we are still a startup, brand new band.
Right.
This is another lesson I learned because, you know, I'm Tod Howarth from all these bands, and, you know, back after I left Frehley's Tom and started my own projects, you know, the clubs would go, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's great. How many people can you draw? And I said, well, I'm not sure here, because it doesn't matter. You have to be able to appeal to a mass or a good size of crowd or people to bring in people to whatever tour or shows you're doing. Otherwise, promoters and clubs they're not going to want to hear about it.
Right.
Some will take a chance, I'm sure, but you know, not everybody's going to burn money at the campfire.
Right.
So I'm hoping that we'll, with the popularity of this CD, and the word that's spreading, which another thing, I'm optimistic. At first, I thought, well, the people that know us or love it, and I understand that. I expect that, and I'm thankful for it. But getting a lot of positive stuff for this thing, so I'm thinking, wow, maybe we did good. This would be nice. So I think with that, we'll be doing some fly-in, fly-out shows, maybe some weekend things, maybe some week shows, maybe some festivals that are important and saddled with a lot of bands and a lot of good players. I think that's probably where we would fit to garner more audience and listeners to bring up the listening base. So it's still a building process, and I think that with the rest of this year, we'll do what we can. And next year, or maybe even later this year, we'll do even more. But we're not afraid to work and do what we need to do or what we can do.
No doubt.
I'm a workaholic. Every day I'm busy. Matter of fact, when I get into a phone call, I got to go back and work on my motorhome because there's one other thing that broke in that fucking thing. So, it's just amazing that the things that you have to take care of. And if I can say this all in one breath, I'm working on. My family has a bunch of business real estate, which I'm working on. I'm the only one that really does it, with a few friends, family members, but I do the major stuff. And it's a it's very expansive and important part of our real estate. We have new renters that just moved in, and I'm trying to finish up a couple things that they need to have in there before I leave and start doing my musical stuff, because it's so hard for me to divert all my energy all day and then, okay, I'm going to sing now. I'm going to do some rehearsal to try to write songs. Yeah, it's not happening because I'm just so exhausted. I mean, my phone says I put in 25,000 steps. That's right. That's a lot.
Right. I mean, I have my guy Mario here, who's basically unemployable in New York. If you want to fly him out to San Diego, you can keep him, and he can take care of it.
He is Mexican, you know. He puts the wheel down for you.
He is Mexican.
He
It's
is
funny that you said
Orale. What's up, Holmes?
He can dig a hole.
I like 4x8, man.
Hey, you know what?
Irish.
Make him build a wall.
Oh, that's the greatest ever. Hey, you're the second guy in a week from a national recording artist level to make fun of Mario. This is going to be my new goal with everybody I interview. To have
Hey,
everyone
Todd.
make fun of Mario.
Squatcho by fate?
Quattro by freight.
Hey,
Quattro
Todd.
by fate.
Quattro by
For a while
fate.
it was dos by fate or so cabron.
So cabrón.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Your
I see
family,
those,
man.
But I don't know. I mean, I've forgotten a lot of it from school. But it's I've got so many good friends and relatives, family. I mean, my dad, he looks completely Mexican. He looks just like Lee Trevino, the golfer, in his younger days. He was a dead ringer for him. So we're always joking about that stuff, and it's nothing racist, which is bullshit.
course not.
I'm not racist against anybody except for idiots.
Did his golf club transform
We
into a
have-
sword?
Our show here, what we do on this show, if I had to honestly give you a whole concept of what we do, it's a cross between Howard Stern and Eddie Trunk, and we make dick jokes and we make fun of each other.
tit
So you
jokes,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, it's great stuff.
My whole goal was to talk about the music that I love and the bands that I love and give everybody a forum and to try to turn people on to new stuff. It's expanded in the fact that we just pig on each other for whatever little deformity or malady we have. I mean, we're five of the ugliest motherfuckers you've ever seen.
Well, and I've learned that a long time ago. That's the East Coast thing. You go for that weak spot, and so what you do is you zero in on that, moly. Right off the top, So, and I understand that. When I first started coming to New York, I'm like, well, you guys are kind of fucking rude. What's going on here?
We are fucking rude.
They don't like my bright clothes, my California clothes. What's going on? But I learned of that type of attitude and it's foreplay, I guess it is.
Definitely. It's something sort of.
But it keeps up the drama, it keeps the fun and the entertainment going because
Keeps up the
we're entertainers. I mean, I know you're an entertainer, and
I try.
nobody's gonna listen to this if it's fucking boring.
Exactly. There you go. All right. So before I let you go, I'm going to promote a couple of things. 4x8 is doing in-stores all over this area. I'm going to post tomorrow on the show page and on my personal page, and I'll keep posting until the dates come up, all the in-stores. I know for a fact, in my neck of the woods in Long Island here, you're going to be doing Looney Tunes in Babylon on the 16th. It's a week from tomorrow, and I'm psyched about that because I finally get to really meet you guys face-to-face because I will totally be there with bells on. You do have one date coming up with the Food Truck Carnival Festival in New Jersey.
Sweet.
At the end of it's the end of September, guys.
Yes.
It's the end of September, and Twisted Sister and Killcode are on the bill. It's like a family reunion, so to speak. And so I'm excited about that because I'm totally gonna fucking be there for that one too.
We will be there.
And listen, folks, do me a favor, get yourselves out there, go buy Relentless. I don't care how you get it, buy it. Buy it whether you download it from iTunes, buy a physical CD. Go out and get the album. It's good hard rock the way hard rock was meant to be.
Yes.
And you guys will dig it, and if you don't, then you're obviously listening with the wrong set of ears. So buy enough copies so these guys can go out on the road and they can conquer the world like they damn well totally should.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. I mean, it's so nice to have a support team. I mean, it comes from all different directions, and the ones that really are speaking from the heart and from the excitement of it, we really appreciate it. And on behalf of all of us, Rob, Pat, John, and myself, thanks so very much because I have no idea what our schedule is going to be like, and I'll know once you post them so I can share them.
Well, that's fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, give my love to the guys and everyone. And,
Will do.
Absolutely. Guys, again, this is Tod Howarth, 4x8.
Yeah.
Have a take care of all you got to take care of, Todd.
Awesome.
Thank you for an awesome interview, and I'll see you in a week from tomorrow.
Sounds good, Jimmy. Thanks, man. Hey, guys, thanks for chiming in. I appreciate
Good luck
that.
with your album,
Good
brother.
luck, man.
Big time fun.
All right, man. Thanks again, Tom. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, what a great interview that was.
Wow.
Todd is
Absolutely, I'd
fucking
have to
awesome.
say so.
Todd is awesome.
I think that might be the quietest I've ever been on this show.
Oh, God.
I was surprised you were
Shut
eating.
you off half the show.
All right, Joe, we got to take a quick break. You have Adam's song queued up that he wants? While Johnny and I are reading plugs?
Yeah.
Johnny,
Let's go.
what do we got, baby? Go.
We got first class bagels, baby.
First class bagels,
in
huh?
2 fine locations, Jim.
Really? Where?
Yeah, one in East Northport in the Elwood Shopping Center.
Very nice.
And the other one is in Deer Park on Deer Park Avenue.
Very, very nice.
They have
What-
all the bagels you want. They got salads, pastries, cookies, all that good stuff. And go check them out.
Snakes. Steak sandwiches. Well, I just got this tongue. And hey, how about the scene in Comac?
The
If
scene
you
in
like,
Comac.
if you like titties, what's the place to be?
The scene
In Comac.
on Motor Parkway.
And the floor does not stick
Not
to
sticky,
issues.
yes. And you don't smell all the desperatity in there.
Yeah, well, because they
Right.
clean the air. So,
Right,
I mean, there's
they
still
do.
desperation in there, but you
Right.
just don't smell it.
It's a nice place.
It is a very nice place.
Check out the main event. The main
The
event.
main
Jim,
event?
they got 2 fine locations, Jim.
2 fine locations, one in Plainview on Old Country Road right off the 135, and the other one in Farmingdale off Route 110.
Right.
What a great place that is for you local people who love sports.
And then you got, that's right. Then you got the vape. Vape Works.
Vape Works,
Vape Works is a place, if you want to go vape, that's the place to go.
that's a
But
fantastic
you don't
spot.
even, you know what? It's more than vape in there. You can hang out, play pool, play some darts, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Why not? Chill out, man.
And
Check
they
them
have
out.
all the newest and latest vapes. And go to their website,
Yep.
www.
VAPWRX.
Because they're cool.
That's right. .com.
And with that, you'll get discounts and things to that
All
effect.
good-
Follow
good
them on
stuff.
Facebook, too.
Yep.
They're good people.
Don't mention our name. When you mention our name, they'll say, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, just mention all of them. Don't mention Eric's.
Yeah.
Johnny, what else do we got?
Oh, shit. We got Senior Frogs.
Senior Frogs in Key
Key
West, huh?
You want to go to Florida? You're going out to the Keys? Gotta check out Senior Frogs.
Only one place to party on Duval Street. That's
That's right,
Senior Frogs.
man. Go check them out.
Frogs.
Exactly.
Rivet.
And you know what? And we have these rock festivals coming up also, folks.
My
You don't
God,
wanna
man.
miss.
And when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to announce how you can win tickets to
That's
Rock
right.
Legions from the
Listen.
Jim Chinnici Show, the only place to
That's
win
right.
tickets.
Check it out, fuckers.
And we also have tickets that we'll be giving away, too, for what's the other festival, Johnny?
We have Louder Than Life.
Louder Than Life in Kentucky.
That's right. So check that shit
Fucking-
out, man.
Right. What else do we got? We got NYC Zombie Apocalypse.
That's right.
Don't even look at me. I got other shit going on.
Marco's very, very busy tonight.
You better start.
I
picking
gave
up
you
the
a
slack.
job tonight, motherfucker.
he's got
You
a
better
fucking...
pick up
And
the
by
slack
the way,
now,
for
bitch.
all you folks that are out there, Marco shaves his chest. I can't fucking believe that.
Well,
Yeah,
it's-
guys,
it keeps away the zombies at NYC Zombie Apocalypse.
It keeps your flies away from me.
And they're located across the street from the
Changes! What a fantastic place
Now we
it is.
blew out everybody's speak.
Exactly.
Well, somebody got off on that.
Do we got anything else to read before we take a quick break?
I know. Check the TV.
Mario's Mexican.
We already know that. We got Mario a job in San Diego with Tod Howarth. How
Yeah,
great is
there
that?
you go. You're going to build a wall. He's going to make you pay for it, motherfucker.
And he's gonna shoot you back over.
I'm the one who's going to wind up paying for it.
Yeah.
He's going to borrow the money from me. Hey, Jim, can you wire me $50 from Winter?
Can you fly me down there? My voice is so shot. Oh, my God. My voice.
But anyway, we'll be right back. We're going to play a song right now, I Don't Care Anymore from Hell Yeah. And why is this important? A, it's a Phil Collins cover. And 2, Dimebag Darrell, one of the last tracks that he recorded while he was alive,
Nice.
obviously.
Sweet.
So here's the first time we're hearing it, and you guys check this out. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
And
Thanks,
F,
guys.
listen to the motherfucker.
can tell everybody about the state I'm in. You won't catch me crying, cause I just can't win. I don't care anymore. Whoa. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you say. I don't play the same games you play. Cause I've been talking to the people that you call your friends, and it seems to me there's a means to it, and they don't care anymore. And as for me, I can sit here and bide my time. I got nothing to lose if I speak my mind. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you say. We never play by the same rules anyway. I won't be there anymore. Get out of my way. Let me by. I got better things to do with my time. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Well, I don't care now what you say. 'Cause every day I'm feeling fine with myself. And I don't care now what you say. Hey, I'll do alright by myself. 'Cause I know. Cause I remember all the times I tried so hard, and you laughed in my face 'cause you held the cards. And I really ain't bothered what you think of me. 'Cause all I want of you is just to let me be. I don't care anymore. You hear, I don't care no more. I don't care what you say. I won't be there no more. So get out of my way. Let me by. I got better things to do with my time. I don't care anymore. You hear, I don't care anymore. I don't care no more. You listen, I don't care no more.
We're back. It's the Jim Chinnici.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Never play Rage Against the Machine. I can't stand
hate that fucking
Rage
band.
Against the Machine. Just because the guy's your cousin and he's the angry goat from Sesame Street, I get mad. I get mad. Don't play it on my show anymore. Just don't do it.
You're an asshole.
Good way of playing the stingers back in that, Johnny went to all the trouble to get recorded.
Well,
We're playing them at the end.
thank you.
Oh, okay.
We're playing.
I'm just being a dick. I just want to pick on Mario.
I want to see him
Meanwhile,
just
I'm talking to
install
California
anyway.
right now saying, hey, check us out.
It's a train wreck.
Check what out? I didn't hear nothing. Thanks, Mario.
First class bagels?
Yeah, fuck you. My voice is
lox?
shot.
You like cream cheese? You like poppy seed?
Fucking Mexican.
Some raisins?
Yeah, Bobby Seeds.
They got raisin bagels. They got...
That's like retard Stewie.
They got
Hey, look, it's Bitch Joe.
It's bitch Stewie.
It's Johnny.
Hey, Stewie, you like that? I real good.
Here it is. Here it is. Live radio coming at you, motherfuckers.
They got bagels.
I
they
did
got
real
buns,
good,
they got
right, Jimmy?
butter.
I did real good.
Everything bagel.
Right, Jimmy? What would Bitch Mario sound like, though? That's really like
Yeah.
a...
Go build a wall, motherfucker.
You like my wall? You like my wall?
Little cock.
Hey, Johnny. Bitch Johnny. I made a wall for you. I made a wall for you. Bitch Johnny. I made a wall for you.
Hey, Jimmy, I tried to climb to a
It's
wall,
18
but I
feet
walked out
tall.
alive.
It's 18 feet tall with thumbtacks and jelly beans.
Wait a minute. Now we're talking food. Hold on a second.
Slow down.
I'm
slow
fucking
down.
hungry.
His
Oh,
sugar's
my
low.
God, I'm
The
crying.
sugar's low.
My sugar.
Bitch Johnny.
My
Jimmy,
sugar.
right? I did real-
He did real good. He went to the heavyset guy barbershop. He got a haircut.
Yes, I did.
You did a big and tall head.
Ice Cube did a great job. Oh, wait, wrong.
They did that in Burger
wrong
King.
Wait, you're wrong
Wrong
barbershop.
barbershop.
It was a Whopper and a haircut.
I know you didn't sit in the throne in Burger King. That's not what your ass was getting.
You're a
into.
fat Rocky. You're a fat Rocky Baciano. Look at that. You're a fat Rocky. You're Rocky Baciano. Rocky Baciano. You're a fat one.
Every barbershop on the island knows when he walks in, hand him a sandwich, and he sits still for the haircut.
And I get that lollipop at the end.
He's
of
got
the day.
another 9 haircuts, and the next one's free.
That's right.
And Mario, I wouldn't laugh, because seriously, I fucking...
Yeah, your fucking hair.
He gets his done at the Bosie's Training Center.
Hey, if it's free, it's for me.
The retarded class.
He gets his dental work done there, too. He's got a corpse of a 76-year-old woman's teeth in his mouth.
Oh my God.
He's got a gold membership.
There's nothing gold in Mario's life.
No.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Except maybe a tooth.
Well, we're back live, folks.
Hey, we're back.
What's up, fuckers?
Hey, we're back. Hey.
So now, listen, I'm going to announce the contest, okay? And I'm going to post it up on our Facebook pages and our individual Facebook pages tonight.
Right.
And everywhere else we can post it. But if you want tickets for Rock Allegiance, now listen, we only have tickets. You need you got 2 tickets. You have to get there on your own,
That's right.
and you have to get your own lodging and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
You want tickets? We got them. Everything else, you're on your own.
We
I
really don't
wanna
give a
make that
fuck how you get there.
absolutely perfectly clear. But we have to be, we
Right.
have to be quite upfront about it.
Right.
The contest is this, okay? I want a video from 30 to 45 seconds, and don't sit there and scratch your head. It's 2016. If you can't figure out how to use the phone and make a fucking video, don't listen to my show. Because obviously you're a fucking nitwit and you shouldn't be listening to it in the first place.
That's right.
Now, I want a video, 30 to 45 seconds, about why you should win the tickets. Stupidity is encouraged.
Titties are encouraged.
Titties are encouraged. Whatever you think is going to make you win the tickets is encouraged. But
Midgets are encouraged.
Wow us.
here is the thing. You have to incorporate the show logo into the video. Now, if you can't incorporate the show logo into the video, again, you have the IQ of fucking rubber tape. You should be thrown into the street and run over twice by a bus. So all you got to do is be imaginative and throw the show logo into it. You have... When's the show, Johnny?
I believe the 17th and the 18th of September.
The 17th and 18th of September. You have until mid-August, the week of the 15th, whatever our show date is that week, to get your entries in by. The winners will be announced the following week.
Not Brandon.
The 20th.
Fuck Brandon.
The 20th week of August, whatever that is, too. If you could, somebody could find the calendar since you're all sitting here with phones and I'm talking, that would be great.
All right, hold on.
You know, help me out here, would you? The fuck?
Let me see. July, August. Let's go with like August 17th,
And what's the following week?
the 24th.
That's just before I leave. Okay, fantastic. That's our last show before vacation, by the way, boys.
Okay.
So, the 17th, I want the entries in. The 24th, we announce a winner. So, let's make this pure and simple. Again, you win 2 tickets, just tickets, to Rock Allegiance
Rock Allegiance.
in Chester, Pennsylvania, where there's nothing else in the world but that stadium and misery. So go.
That's it. And cheesesteaks. You gotta put that in there, man. Cheesesteaks.
You're so heavy. You're just so heavy.
You gotta love the cheesesteaks.
30 to 45 seconds. Most imaginative thing you can come up with why you should win the tickets with the show logo incorporated in it. Okay? That's not too complicated, right?
That's it. No.
Videos are due by August 17th. Winners announced August 24th. The email address to send said videos to will be jimchinnicishow@gmail.com. So, again, we will post it up on the Facebook page tonight, starting after the show.
Right.
And you guys have all the time in the world. I gave you almost 2 months to win these tickets. Just use your heads. I know it's summertime and you don't really want to think, but it's fucking free tickets to Rock Allegiance.
Right.
It's a great bill.
Exactly.
You know?
It's that shit.
Summertime, do some stupid shit outside. It's not like you're stuck in the house.
Imaginative, stupid shit.
Wow.
You know, again, if you're going to just send videos of naked breasts, I'm not going to be mad.
No.
But, again, put a little effort into it. Johnny, why don't we give him a read-off on who's on that bill?
We got Avenged Sevenfold, Alice in Chains.
Sorry to hear that. Okay.
I know, Slayer, Offspring, Breaking Benjamin. Right, we got Ghost, Killswitch Engage.
Ghost is so awesome
They're
live,
all
man.
great.
You guys got to
They're
check
great
them out.
live, man. Anthrax.
Forget it. Yeah,
right there
Anthrax
alone.
I would just go see Anthrax in a stadium, even if I
Hell
was the
yeah.
only person there.
Hell yeah, we playing.
Sorry about that.
Seven Dust, Buck Cherry, Trivium.
And so many more.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
about Primus? Are they playing?
Are Primus
is
playing?
playing?
You fucking unpronunciating douchebag.
It's Primus. What's wrong with you fucking guys?
Wow. You also
And the
couldn't-
Cult is playing.
I understand that you're Italian. Like, I get it.
Hey.
It doesn't give you the right to mispronounce every word you come across that you have no idea what it means.
Oh,
I'm still
and,
waiting for him
and,
to say a second band name.
and another big one, Volbeat.
Volbeat is
Don't
awesome.
want to
Volbeat's
fucking
really
miss
good.
this show.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't. And, again, who's your source for free tickets? The Jim Chinnici Show. So you guys gotta hit it up, man.
You gotta. It doesn't matter where you live, too. We'll send the tickets anywhere in the United States, in the world.
Anywhere in the
So,
world.
fucking do it.
We are 100,000 strong as we speak and getting bigger every day. So get your votes in now, folks. Get your videos in because, once other people join, they could be smarter than you and send better videos.
Right.
So I suggest you get yourselves to work. 9!
That's right.
Don't anchor the Fiona.
That's right.
There's really no movies coming out this summer. We need something to watch.
That's right.
For sure. I mean, no doubt. You guys are going to make me proud because I know my fans are very sick and twisted individuals.
Just like us.
Yes.
Our fans are sick and twisted
Yes,
individuals.
they have to
Excuse
be.
me. They do have to be because you kind of have to be a
You
mental
have to be.
patient to listen to this show.
That's right.
To
Fucking
keep
right.
listening to the show. Yeah.
Yeah, well, to keep listening. I mean, you could, kind of fall upon it, sort of
Right.
like falling on a crack on the sidewalk.
Right.
Well,
But for you to stay there is a whole different ballgame.
repeatedly falling on the kitchen knife.
Absolutely. Repeatedly marrying Mario.
Oh, my God.
Ah,
It happens.
Pookie. Sorry, Pookie.
It happens.
What? Your poor wife. How many times a day do you rescue her from committing suicide?
Oh, it's about 3 times a day, Jimmy.
Nice bitch, Mario.
3 or 4 times.
Oh,
I
God.
like
Oh.
tea. It gives me a headache.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, about 3 times. Oh, I can't wait till she's wearing a burqa and she moves to Turkey. Oh, she's fantastic. I'll actually pay for her to go. Just because I love her. She's a nice girl. She's been
I
alive
like
this life.
turkey, too.
The
We also
burqa,
want
the
to,
burqa from Durka.
We also want to mention that Louder Than Life, too.
Louder
We'll
Than
be a
Life.
separate,
We're doing a separate contest for Louder Than Life.
but we still have to promote that,
We're
too.
promoting.
so-
We're obviously going to promote that too.
Right.
I already have an idea for a contest for that. Which, guess what, folks? I got another episode coming up next week, and I got to fill time. So
That's right.
I'll be announcing that one next week too.
Wow, a weekly show every week.
It's
That's
crazy,
amazing.
right?
Amazing.
What kind of a fucking
Holy
concept is that?
The money
Shit.
we must not be making.
Tons, man.
Oh my
We're
God!
not making shitloads.
The dust in my pockets is fucking epic.
Wow.
And by the way, I'm ordering new T-shirts tomorrow, people.
Yes.
I'm not mailing them out because I'm fat and lazy. I'm not going to the post office for you. You're going to have to get over it. If you see me in person, you want a shirt, I'll be glad to give one to you. Johnny will be munching on them somewhere.
I'll be munching.
Yeah.
Wheezing
We'll
with
all have-
napkins.
Table napkins.
We'll all have shirts as we're out and about. I do want to say that coming up in 2 weeks at Revolution, our friends in Kilcote are playing. Excuse me, with Brad Whitford and Derek St. Holmes. Brad Whitford is he's in a little band called Aerosmith.
Nice.
You guys might have heard of them. If you didn't,
I heard something about them.
they got a couple of songs. Check out, like if you want to hear the songs that you always hear, check out BAB. But we'll be going to that show, and I'll have T-shirts and stickers and stuff like that.
Come on down.
So definitely come down and hang out with us, and maybe they'll be pulling another air conditioning unit up on the roof that night too. Oh, the things that I see in this life that make me so happy to be alive.
Things that make you go,
Yeah, things that make me go, wow, I'm totally not surprised that this is happening right now. All right, now we're going to get on to our next segment. Adam brought up an idea last week to talk about what we were listening to on our way into the show tonight. And I'm going to do a round robin, and we're going to do this, quick and discuss whatever we were listening to. I'm going to start out with the heaviest man in the room. Johnny.
How's that possible?
What?
He's 40 pounds anyway.
Right there.
Yeah, you guys want to race? Johnny, you can't tie your shoes anymore again.
Johnny looked at it and got out of breath.
Oh, fuck that.
He stepped up on the scale, he broke his sweat.
He went, oh.
I was listening to Volbeat on the way here.
What were you listening to?
The Devil's Bleeding Crown.
Is that new?
Yes,
How come
brand
you have
new.
to read it off your phone?
Of course, I have a few.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I listened to a couple things on the way here.
How was it? How is it? Because I haven't heard the new Volbeat yet.
It's awesome.
That's a great fucking tune.
I just got it yesterday myself.
Right, it's a typical Volbeat fucking tune. If you like Volbeat, you'll fucking love this.
All right, so
song.
there you go. Volbeat is like the AC/DC of that type of music. They're in that groove
Another
right
great
there.
song is Battleship Chains.
Mm-hmm. I was also listening to Kill Switch Engaged. They had
It's actually Kill Switch Engage, you fucking dummy.
They're not engaged.
It's Engage.
I said Engaged.
No, you didn't. You said Kill Switch Engage.
They're going to the prom together.
Whatever they are.
They're getting married next month.
They're
at the Crest Hollow.
Hate by Design. Good fucking tune.
Okay, I have yet to hear that.
Heavy fucking tune. You'll like that song.
There's a lot of guitar in there.
Linkin Park, Crawling.
Sorry.
I know, that was on. I like that song.
Why?
I just like it.
You had a long ride.
Yeah, well, there was traffic coming in tonight.
Yeah,
Red Sun Rising. Good fucking band.
I've heard good things about those
They
guys.
are
I
great.
haven't heard their
What's his
music
name?
yet.
Guy from Tools. Other band, right?
He's in like 50
Korn.
bands.
Is it? I'm not sure.
There's one of them.
Listen, the Justice League could be in that band. I have no idea.
I believe we met them, Marco.
Yeah.
Worlds Apart. Great song.
No.
Check it out, man.
By Journey?
No, by Red Sun Rising.
I'm just
I know.
joking.
Stitched Up Heart. Monster is a good song.
Who?
Stitched Up Heart. And the song is called Monster. Good fucking band.
How many
Check 'em
songs do
out.
you have to give out?
Well,
I
had a long
only
line.
meant one, but
I
said
heard
one. He's
one
going
song.
to the whole fucking
Yeah.
catalog.
Johnny read it like Mario usually reads something.
All right.
He pulled out of it what he wanted to hear.
Volbeat, right? Devil's Bleeding Crown. Great fucking song.
Okay, thank you.
Guy, go
Thank
on.
you, because honestly, I
Move
could have
on
gone home
now.
already and came back.
Jesus Christ.
That was like an hour drive from your house.
A lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I
45
was
minute
eating.
drive. I don't even have 15
You live
songs.
you live 20 minutes away.
A lot of traffic, man.
Adam.
All right, my song was actually, I took it back a while because over the weekend I went to Boots on the Ground event and saw our friend Chris Santos in live
Oh,
wire,
my
Kick-Ass
God.
and AC/DC.
Chris is a huge Republican.
And it's funny though because AC/DC, you kind of get tired of them after a while, but then when I saw him live, brought it right back around. So I listened to AC/DC Back in Black off the live album on the way.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
they're awesome. They're
I'll tell you one
great.
thing. I can break Chris's balls because he's part of my family.
Yes, absolutely.
Chris,
I'm sorry, Jim. I have an announcement to
Why you
make.
got to interrupt?
It's a breaking news.
What?
We
break
now
your
have
leg?
Aftershock.
Sweet.
Fucking awesome,
Awesome.
Johnny.
We have Aftershock to give away 2 tickets for Aftershock.
2 tickets to
Yeah.
Aftershock.
California.
And not
There's
the
going to be
liquor.
a lot of videos.
Yes, I don't know the dates yet. I gotta find
All
out.
right, we'll get all the information. We'll start promoting them as soon as Johnny has all the information. But
Right.
congratulations, Johnny. Good work.
Thank you.
Now, again, as I was saying, since Johnny so rudely cut me off, and he couldn't interrupt my interview because his microphone wasn't on.
Yep.
Was it? Was it?
Yep. It was off the whole
I
time.
didn't.
I love breaking Chris's balls. And I told Chris to his face, I'm not the hugest AC/DC fan, and I'm not. I'm fucking completely honest about that.
Yeah.
But they do such a fucking bang-up
Oh,
job
nailed
on
it.
AC/DC. Chris is a great frontman and singer for that band.
Yep. The guy who
And-
plays Angus Young, I forget his name, forgive me, but he was fucking. He was
I'm
great
sure it's
Oh,
Bill,
he's
because
amazing.
I
His
think
name's
everyone
Bill.
in the band is named Bill but Chris.
Right.
So, But, I mean, it's fantastic. Honestly, they're a great act. If you guys get a chance out there, and they're worldwide, they're everywhere. They're going to, like, Uruguay or some dumb shit like that. But
Really? Wow.
yeah, they're going, they travel the world a
They
lot.
really do with that.
Yeah, and they're from all over the place, too. Like he was saying, the guitarist is from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
His other guitarist is from West Virginia.
Yep.
It's like, shit, man. How the hell do you guys get together to play a gig?
For all of
On
you
the internet.
local fans, the next appearance, as far as I know, of Livewire will be at the Jones Beach Band Show a week after my band Fallen Angel plays.
Sweet.
On July 22nd. So,
Awesome.
if the weather holds out, go check them out. Family friendly. Come check out Fallen Angel too. All the cool bands. There's a whole Friday night schedule. You can find it at jonesbeachbandshow.com. Look it up, and the whole schedule should be up there. But go check out the bands. Friday night, family friendly. Bring your own booze. I mean, come on. How do you beat it? How do you beat it? And it's fucking 5 steps away from the ocean. You could piss in the ocean if you had to go to the bathroom bad enough.
And it's free.
And it's the magic word, free. If it's free, it's from Mario.
That's right.
Don't ask Mario for a guitar, though, because it will not work. I guarantee you that. But anyway, good choice of his song, Adam. What about you, Mario? What'd you listen to?
Oh, I went old school. I went with Metal Church, Badlands.
Really? That's a great song.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in forever.
It took me back to my metal years in high school.
Yeah, Devil Horns.
Yeah, Devil Horns. Yeah, the mullets and the denim jacket with the leather piece in the center.
Yeah, I got a destruction patch on my back. Yeah, metal.
And then I jumped from that to, and I thought this is one of the best soundtracks out there for the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually loved it from
Only
beginning
one,
to-
Mario. You fuck.
One
Say
more-
it, you're done.
Shut up, Heavy D.
Shut up.
But he had a 45-minute ride from where he was.
Yeah, exactly.
He works in Copenhagen. He did not have a 45-minute ride from where he was.
No, it's
He was driving.
You
That's
call
why
that
it was
work?
a 45-minute ride.
It's Copage.
Copage. Copage.
Or if it's Mario's there, it's El Copagio.
So that whole album is great.
I have no idea what's on the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack because I'm not
It's
a
pretty
14-year-old
good.
kid.
It's got a good mix of tunes on it.
If you like
I've never
Pina
seen the movie.
Colada. Oh,
70s and shit.
movie's great.
One
movie's
day I'll get
funny
around
as
to
hell.
see it.
Movie is funny as hell.
I do want to check it out. I just haven't gotten around
But
to it
the
yet.
soundtrack is really good. It's a mix of like old classic stuff, and one of them, of course, is Redbone. It's the start of the one song they play in the beginning, and it's an old classic like 1970 hit
when he
song.
Gets on the,
He gets on his
planet,
Walkman and he plays this one song, and it, from beginning to end, it's a great album. And then from there on, I started listening to Lamb of God Descending.
Nice.
It was a good song, and Redneck, which is also my other favorite
All
song.
right, how many fucking songs are we talking here, right?
I didn't go through my whole catalog like you just said.
I said 5 fucking songs. You're up to like 9
You
already.
said 24.
What's hilarious is that I have the longest commute out of any of you jerk-offs, and I don't have a list that's half as long. Like, what do you drive, 5 miles an hour, both of you?
And one last band.
No, you're done.
Shut up. Tugboat.
Fuck you.
Find your feet.
Mexican.
Find your
Oh,
feet.
by the way, the sports alert, Mets lost 2 games in a row. Fuck you.
They actually got swept in a doubleheader last
Yes,
night.
they
Yeah,
suck.
they did.
Go.
Shut up.
What?
Band called Rival Sons, Pressure and Time.
I've heard
good
good things
band.
about them, too.
Yeah.
Good band.
Real good band.
They did
We
lose
saw
to
them.
They did lose to 4 by Fate in the Loudwire most anticipated album release of June 2016. But
That's
Rival Sons came in second.
I
They
saw
were
them
great.
last
We
summer.
saw them at Rock Allegiance last year. They were great.
I've heard they were really, really good. But
Very
again,
good.
I got to start to catch up on my new shit. You know, I just haven't.
I actually like that song to be the intro to our show.
Yeah, that's a
Actually.
shame. Well, no, what do we got?
I don't have a list that long. I only have one.
Oh, okay.
Foo Fighters, Hero. That's what I heard running in.
I'm sorry I asked you.
Johnny's.
I
doing
think Foo Fighters, but
Fuck
it was on
you.
the radio.
I'm just breaking
His
you.
favorite song is My Oscar, My Earwing.
You said
I just
hero.
dig the-
You perked up.
My baloney has a first name.
Yeah.
I just dig the drummer in that band. Johnny, what's his name?
I
Commercial
don't
jingle.
fucking know.
Commercial jingles don't
Fuck that
count.
motherfucker.
His name is Chevy Metal, isn't it?
Yeah, Chevy.
Chevy Metal.
Chevy Metal, right?
In the middle. Foo
What are you, the
Fighters.
roadie for Chevy Metal?
You don't look like
Don't
Kit
rely on
Winger.
me.
I'll make up for that at Rock Allegiance this year. Don't worry.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, you
I'm
will.
sure you will.
You will.
Well, if anybody cares as to what I was listening to
What
on
were
the
you
way
listening to, Jimmy?
I actually listened to the whole 4 by Fate album again on the way here.
Nice.
From top to bottom, I listened to it. It hasn't left my I got it in the mail last Friday. It hasn't left my CD player
Hasn't
yet.
left your hand either.
Well, I wanted to make sure that I got what I needed to get. Believe it or not, I actually did research for this interview. Like, you know, I did it like almost a real radio host does. So, you know, I mean...
Well, the
again,
host usually has him do it.
If I counted on him,
I just said.
Marco, do I have to reiterate my guitar story?
No, I know the story well.
Right, do you?
But you can reminisce if you
The
want.
people in the front row remember the story.
You can reminisce.
I could reminisce. It's
A
really making
reminisce?
me mad.
Yeah, no, I didn't go.
It's
A
really gonna make
reminisce.
me mad. But for a real quick reminisce, folks. Last year, picture it: Fallen Angel playing Jones Beach. I gave you your guitar, Jimmy. 3,500, 4,000 people there, as far as the eye can see. And I.
Jimmy gave Mario the signal.
Wow.
Interrupted you, no less. She corrected you.
Johnny's not the only one who's going to get a pen thrown at him.
Yeah.
And you're a lot closer than he is. I will take a fucking eye out. It's a promise. So I go to get my electric because Mario has a set list, and he knows. I write down on the set list when I give him to Mario, and he can vouch for this. Acoustic guitar next to songs that require acoustic guitar.
Right.
Electric guitar next to songs that require electric guitar. So acoustic guitar goes fine. Everything's good. Get what I need. I'm good to go. I get handed the electric guitar. I go to fucking hit a chord like I'm Pete Townsend, right?
Oh, fuck.
Nothing. My wireless is on. The volume's turned up on the guitar. Nothing. I look at Mario. And I forgot. He goes, I don't know what to do.
You run.
You don't know what to do? Now, catch the $1,100 Chauvel at 100 miles an hour coming at you because I'm going to fucking kill you. Fix it. And then he blamed it on me. Like it was my fault. Because I'm not the dick standing there with the microphone like I got nothing better to do.
He's tearing up. Get these wires out of the way.
Oh my God. I'm trying to entertain a crowd of a lot of people.
Yeah.
According to Mario, Mario apparently has a full count of how many people were actually there.
He's Rain Man.
Yeah. And Mario's going to have broken bones. And it's my fault. He gets mad at me. He gets mad at me. Now, if I was checking for him and he was playing drums and a fucking stupid cymbal tipped over and I didn't come by to fix it, whose fault would that be? I'm curious. I mean, guys, you have an answer for me? Would it be my fault?
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely.
Right. And would Mario be in every right to throw drumsticks at me and possibly the cymbal if he wanted to?
Absolutely.
There you go. So, was I in my complete rights to throw my fucking very expensive guitar at him?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, then. We're done here.
You paid for it. You can do whatever you want with it.
I didn't pay a lot of money.
Wow.
Feel free to throw a pen at him now.
Be my guest.
Night young Johnny, don't worry about it. He's bound to fucking piss me
Because
off.
you know he's going to fuck it up again.
Well, look, I extended the invitation to him to come back and try it again this year.
Ooh.
And we'll see, if it was me, I would accept the challenge and want to fucking do a lot better than I did.
Oh,
last
yeah.
Thriller
year.
in Manila.
Right.
I don't feel so good.
Oh.
Something in my head. Something not quite right
This time, check the battery in the transmitter, too.
I think I better check my batteries in my butt.
Float like a piece of steak. Sting like a rubber tire.
I float like a cement truck.
How you
Something
feeling,
wrong with
Muhammad?
me.
Shaky, really shaky.
Shaky, really shaky.
Hey, Muhammad Ali's dead.
Uh-oh. Fucking Brandon.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be Brandon.
Well, it's fucked. Hello?
Go, caller, now!
Yeah, Marco.
What up?
Hey, it's Brandon. What a
Faggot!
surprise. Surprise, Brandon. How are you?
We don't accept interstate calls.
You're not winning the tickets, Brandon.
It's okay. I can buy them on my own.
Unless you put a sticker on your sister's tits, you're not winning the tickets.
Oh, Johnny Christ.
God almighty.
Wow, Johnny.
Hey, listen, Brandon, you're just going to have to jump in here and there because I got stuff that I want to get to. So anyway, I listened to 4 by Fate on the way here into the studio again, and I listened to Stern because when I listen to a lot of talk radio because this is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also, I don't want to be a complete fucking ripoff of the guy because, let's face it, we all know that I stole from him and Opie and Anthony. If it wasn't for those fucking 3 assholes, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this.
That's true.
There's no doubt in my mind. And anybody else who listens to the show is half a brain either. But I like to listen to Best of Stern because I like old Howard Stern.
Good shit.
It makes me laugh. And anytime that they're talking about anything and I hear the chuckle from Jackie, the joke man Motley in the background, it makes my whole fucking life worth living. I laugh my dick off every time. So, what I think we're going to do is I think we're going to start a segment, and I'm going to pop it up to you guys for next week. We'll start it next week, called What Are You Listening To? And we're going to try to turn on our audience to new music or old music or whatever we're listening to.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, all of us have pretty diverse tastes in music. Johnny, you have the worst taste in music of any human I've ever met.
I like the same shit you do.
Johnny, you listen to Parkway Drive. Do you honestly realize how far that drops you down in the levels of having half a brain?
Oh, I got some good shit, man.
I think I have Johnny beat as far
No one
as
asked
No, yeah. He had me beat.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the worst taste in music. What he has is a diverse taste in
He's
music.
got the gay taste in music.
All right, just because he listens to Aaron Carter doesn't make him a bad guy.
Faggot!
He likes Taylor Swift. There's nothing wrong with Taylor Swift.
She's going to have a new album out, right? She just broke up.
I'm sorry, what was that, Brandon?
I've seen Taylor Swift twice in concert, and both times she was amazing.
Is she hot?
Yes, she is, actually. And she's a very... And she happens to be a fan of some of the rock music. You know, she did CMT Crossroads with Def Leppard.
Okay. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on it.
Yeah, and then she has admitted to being a Cheap Trick fan.
If you're not a Cheap Trick fan, you're fucking anti-American, and you should be shot and hung up by your fucking ankles, to be honest with you. You know, but that's my opinion. Now, let me ask you a question. Why can't she hold on to a man?
She hasn't met me yet. That's why.
Why do you gotta lay it up like that, Brandon?
Because he's smart. Maybe he hooks up with Taylor Swift. They get the same pixie haircut. They look like twins. Maybe she's got the same amount of chest hair as Brandon does.
Maybe.
I don't know. These are things. There's questions to be
I think
asked.
she might have the same, like, bra size.
Brandon.
Okay, so actually, Jim, I actually do want to tell you something, and I think you guys would totally love this.
Okay.
So, look, especially you, Jim. I'm going to be seeing Cheap Trick this summer.
Okay.
Sweet.
With Hart and Joan Jett.
Okay. It's gonna smell like a fish market.
I'm getting VIPs to meet Cheap Trick.
No shit. Really, I do like that.
How would you feel if I took a picture of the band holding a Jim Chinnici sticker?
Brandon, that would definitely you know. Listen, you're my South Carolina correspondent. You're definitely a friend of the show. If you do that, Brandon, you win. I don't hang up on you anymore when you call. Like, definitely, you're higher on the food chain than Mario.
Isn't everybody?
Oh!
Look at you! Oh!
Good for you, Spider.
Good for you, Spider.
And suddenly your connection. Message CYN47.
Mario, he got you. I mean, what are you going to do? You going to let him talk to you like that? Oh!
Hey,
What's the hang up button again? Brandon, that was a good one. Good for you.
Nice.
Bravo.
Listen, Brandon, if you get a picture of the guys with Cheap Trick holding up stickers, what do we do for them?
Oh my God.
We'll send you a T-shirt.
We'll send
He's
you
already got one.
I thought
send
you
you
guys
another
don't
one.
mail T-shirts.
What's that?
I thought you don't mail T-shirts.
We'll send you.
No, I don't mail T-shirts.
We'll send you a 4x8 picture of Anna signed by her with lipstick on it.
We could do that.
I can just look at her entire Facebook page.
Yeah, but you don't need that. You want something that's a little more personal that they can post on Facebook.
We'll send you 2 tickets.
To Paradise?
Since we have these tickets, we might as well.
To Eddie
We have all these
Money's
tickets to give away, right? You get that. You get that for Jim. I will personally send you 2 tickets. You ready for this, Brendan?
Paradise.
Yeah.
For Jim's show, he's having at Jones Beach this year. All right.
Yeah, but you don't need tickets to that.
Shut up, Adam.
Shut up, Adam. I'm working.
How about you send them 2 tickets to the Northport Car Wash?
You might as well give him 2 tickets to the fucking Farmingdale movie theater.
I'll put in 4 tickets for that. How's that?
Brandon, we'll figure
that show. That show, I believe, is in September here. I'm seeing George Lynch next week.
Naked?
And I'm going to be meeting him too. I don't know. Are you guys big
What
Lynch
restaurant?
Mob fans?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you big Lynch Mob fans? Are you guys big fans?
I like them more now that I saw them live. I wasn't a fan until I saw them at M3. They were really, really good live.
Lynch Mob.
I'm going to try to get George Lynch to promote the show also.
Hey, listen, you get to do that. We'll send you 2 free movie rentals from Blockbuster.
Give me a gift certificate to the Wiz.
Wait, what was the other one that wasn't nearly as good as Blood?
Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video.
We're on Route 112 in Medford.
I'll tell you what. Man. This is
Two
what we do.
fabulous locations.
Because we are who we are, and we're great people over here. You get that done.
Put it back in.
Right? We will send you an autographed picture of Peter Frampton. All right?
Yeah.
All right?
Autographed picture of Peter. I'm going to get that picture.
Autographed.
I could actually get him an autograph. I can make a phone call. I can get him an autographed picture of Peter Frampton. That's easy enough. Everybody likes Peter Frampton. How do you not like Peter Frampton?
Yes, I actually am going to be seeing him too.
Naked?
You'll be surprised who's coming here. So many people have just been announced. Zach Wilde is coming here.
They've been in and out of
is playing here.
Yeah, so the picture you put up of what was that city, whatever that Coliseum was.
What?
Oh,
he put a
the
picture
Metro Credit
Yeah,
Union,
yeah.
Credit Union and Amphitheater.
Yep. How was that car race you went to? I saw that too.
Yeah, that was fun. That racetrack is really, really fun.
Now, let me ask you a question. How many people there were related and fucking in the seats?
I didn't see anybody fucking in the seats, but there were a lot of people like definitely related to the drivers because you just see people just going crazy.
There's 2 degrees of separation where you come from in South Carolina. Now you know that, right?
Yeah. And I've also noticed something else here. There's a lot of people that moved here from New York.
Oh, of course.
So far, I've talked to so many New Yorkers.
Nice.
The lady that lives behind us was from Brooklyn.
Was she
You
hot?
fucker.
Is she hot?
Well, I think depending on who you ask.
She got some nice tits or what?
Brandon, let me ask you a question. Do you get laid a lot? Yes or no? It's just a yes or no question. I'm not making fun of you. Yes or no?
I've had my fair share.
Brandon, I'm asking you a question. Do you get laid a lot? I don't want to hear I have my fair share. It's a yes
By
or no
a woman.
question.
Hell no.
No, I have. Yes, I do.
Brandon, listen to me and answer the question as I directed to you. Do you get laid a lot?
No.
Yes or no?
I said yes.
No.
Do you beat
No,
off?
you're giving me a story with the yes.
No,
It's either
I
yes or
don't
no.
know.
And if it's yes,
Yeah.
fine. I'm telling you right now that I don't believe that, but okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, I can't. I can't with this kid.
Do you beat off?
Was she hot? Yes or no? Would you fuck her? That's what we're asking you.
The lady that was behind me, no.
Okay,
What?
that's all I
Do
wanted to know.
Do you beat off to her?
Well, would you tell anybody that you fucked her?
Right.
No.
Brendan, if you hit it and tell us, we're not going to be mad. We won't make fun of you. I've seen some of the girls that Mario's banged.
Would you take a
Quite
picture?
honestly, if they took away that one last gene, they'd be throwing their shit at regular white people.
Would you take a picture of her into the Jack Shack?
Nope.
Would you spank it so hard you'd start a fire in that fucking massive amount of hair on your body?
Are you spanking it right now?
We don't need to know the
I
answer
am.
to that one.
Oh, now that makes sense.
All right, so go on. How many more New Yorkers are down there? Because I feel like it's going to be a story, and I'm running out of time.
No, there's a few. You know, you go into the town, you see a lot of New Jersey license plates also.
All right.
A lot of people from New Jersey here, too.
Now, how long have you been down there for? You've been down there for a couple weeks now, right?
Right now, it's going to be 2 weeks.
Feels like months.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you seen any hot bitches down there?
I have, actually.
With your
Not
glasses
your mother.
on.
All right, we're talking about hot bitches that you don't know.
No, I've seen, like I said, I don't know anyone here.
Did you get a job yet?
I've seen quite a lot. What?
You got a job yet?
Not yet. I'm in the process of doing that right now.
Fantastic.
Freeloader.
Freeloader. Stop living off the government tit, goddammit. I'm just kidding. Anyway, listen. I want you to do me a favor. You're gonna go around with stickers, Brandon. We'll come up with something to give you for really going around and getting that done. If you can get George Lynch to grab a sticker, that's awesome. If you can get Cheap Trick, that'll be the fucking be all end all as far as I'm concerned. Johnny almost got Nikki Sixx, but failed ultimately.
You know what you do? Tell George
and not
Lynch.
for lack of eating. He was eating.
Tell George Lynch that Don Dawkins said hello. They love each other.
They're going back out on tour.
Are they?
Yeah, they're going to Japan in October.
Together?
No,
Really?
Dick.
No.
Wow.
Do you fucking like?
Separate? Like, wow, Don Dawkins opening up for them?
No, Dawkins.
Don Dawkins is going to be on
I did hear
stage, and
Dawkins.
George Lynch will be back by the soundboard because he can't shit.
I thought George
George
was
will
be
be
fucking
playing,
his wife.
but
Like,
he'll be playing from the bus.
Yeah, he'll be on the other stage.
No, it's a full blown. There's 6 shows in Japan that they're doing full reunion,
cool, man.
and I'm sure if it goes well, they'll try to bring it to America and see how
Why?
far it goes before it implodes.
Money solves everything.
That's right. Money
Exactly,
solves
money solves everything. You got that right.
You want to get laid, Brandon? Money solves everything.
Look
All
at
right?
it. Work for Johnny.
Dead. Did.
How about them
Works for
bagels?
Johnny. Oh, shit.
All right, listen, Brandon. We got plugs to read because it's 4 minutes till we go home, and I had the best interview of my life with Mr. Tod Howarth tonight.
Yes,
So,
that was a wonderful interview.
Thank you very much,
Wonderful.
sir.
I'm promoting them down here also.
Good job. Get their CD and listen to this.
All right. Bye, Brandon.
Mario, Marco sucks with this.
Oh.
Why? It's gone.
I know, I'm breaking your balls, Marco. It's called a joke. This is what we do on the show.
Oh, I'm like,
Hey, Johnny,
really?
you know, like Johnny, it's Dockin.
Dockin,
Dockin.
yeah.
Reunion. When I say Dockin reunion.
Yeah.
When
Not
you
your
ask me,
Duncan. Not your Duncan.
Dockin.
when you ask me if they're going on tour together, it might be one of the dumbest
Is
questions
George
you've
Lynch
asked me.
going to fuck Dawkins' wife again? Or?
That was pretty good, though. You were like together.
Dun Duckin.
Me, Johnny.
You know what?
Beats Johnny.
They can open up with each other.
Yes. Premise,
I think going on the tour
Are you
together.
going on M3?
Are you
No.
hungry?
I am hungry. Are you hungry?
I heard.
Why don't you do some plugs?
Premise is opening.
Why didn't you ask? Why didn't you ask Todd if he was going to play M3 this year?
Oh, because I know I was going to. I was
I'm
like, should
never
I?
letting that go. By the way,
Should I ask him? You playing M3?
every national artist that we have on this show, I want you to ask if they're playing M3 this year.
Are you playing M3?
As your
Are you
first
playing
question.
M3?
Right, and then I want you to stare at your feet, realizing how fucking stupid that question was. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, I get so warm in the heart when you guys do dumb shit on this show.
Yeah.
It thrills me. Anyway, we got some plugs to read. We're gonna get the fuck out of here for the night.
Yeah.
Mario, decide on a song to play. You know what? Don't decide on a song to play. I want you to play Moonshine from 4 by Fate as our outgoing tune this evening. Johnny, what do we got for plugs? Not yet. When we're done reading the plugs.
What do we
I
have?
just said that. When we're done reading the
No,
plugs.
but he's supposed to have all the plugs in there. But anyway, we have bagels. What kind of bagels?
First class bagels.
That's right, first class bagels.
We'll
They
have
all
the
got the
pre-recorded commercials on next week.
Okay.
We'll do that live next week.
We're gonna make you sweat, fat boy.
Fuck you, you fucking Mexican
Oh,
motherfucker.
bitch Johnny and bitch Mario arguing. Wow.
Yeah.
But it's a meeting of the minds.
Fucking
If
shitty drummer you are.
if they put their fucking heads together, they couldn't light a match.
I've seen that soup bowls you call a drum kit. Look at
Yeah. You fucking wish you owned one of those drums.
I'm gonna stir the pot. I'm gonna stir the pot. I'm gonna stir the pot.
Oh, it's better than your fucking song.
Here we go.
I'm gonna build the wall. I'm gonna build the wall.
Two.
I'm gonna pay for it.
He went with the Super Mario Brothers theme.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna piss my pants.
Anyway.
We definitely need pre-recorded.
We need
commercials.
Yeah, we need to pre-recorded commercials.
They're first class in my book.
That's right. First class bagels, Jim. They got 2 fine locations.
One up north where they're kosher, and one down south where we know they're not.
There you go.
First class bagels, folks. There's one in the Elwood Shopping Center in East Northport, and there's one on Deer Park Avenue. Get your fill of bagels, bagel sandwiches, all things surrounding bagels, rolls, pastries, all that good
Salads.
shit. Salads, of course,
Not
salads.
Johnny's rolls,
We
though.
built the
thing
fish.
missing
There's a
is
lot
the
of rolls
hole.
on Johnny.
The only thing
The main
missing
event.
is the hole.
The main event, Jim, there is 2 fine locations for the main event.
2 locations.
Two.
I'll tell you where they are.
those.
There's one on Old Country Road right off the 135 in the fine neighborhood of Plainview.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, this lost half our crowd.
In Plainview.
Now it doubled.
And
Yeah, we'll never make it in showbiz now.
there's you make fun of the Jews and it's over for you. And there's one on Route 110 in Farmingdale.
Yeah, check them out.
Go check them out, man. They got plenty of TVs, great food, lots of beer, and any sports that you can imagine that's on TV. Go check them out, man. It's a great place to enjoy a good afternoon hangout or evening or whatever, floats your boat. Great joint, open 7 days a week.
Right. VapeWorks.
Fantastic place.
VapeWorks. They have all your vaping needs.
What are we testifying?
They're located in Comac on Jericho Turnpike.
Yes, right across the street from the Comac Fire Department.
Yes.
Folks, they have a website. It's www.vapwrx.
.com. That's right. You can go check out their
the
website.
fact that he didn't know how to spell it for a second.
For a second.
He was waiting
I'm like,
for it
well,
to come back on
I wasn't ready
like,
for this.
V-A-B. I got 7 more
Wait,
pictures.
rewind that, would you?
It's A-P-E. Oh, no.
Wait. W-A-P.
Oh, shit, it just changed.
It's V-D.
Ampersand.
VX.
And squiggly signal.
Thank you, Dr. Johnny Fatty.
But check out their website. They have everything you need for vaping.
Yes, please go to their website. They also have discounts that they post, and join their Facebook page.
That's
Did
right.
somebody say raping?
The Scene.
The Scene in Comac. What do they have at the Scene, John?
They got titties.
What kind of titties?
All kinds of titties. Big titties, little titties, brown titties, Chinese titties, Oriental titties, all kinds of titties. Go check them out.
Fantastic. They're on Motor Parkway in Comac.
Comac.
Listen, it's a great, classy joint. Go check it out. Normally, I wouldn't promote a strip club, to be honest with you, because I have no interest in shit like that. To me, it's boring, and you lose a lot of money. But not there. That's a great place to hang out. You have a good time. The people there are fantastic, and your feet don't stick to the fucking floor.
That's right.
It's fantastic.
You know what? You want to go
It
kill
is
some
fantastic.
zombies, right?
I love killing zombies.
Marco, where would you go?
I would go to the NYZ Apocalypse.
I'm like...
Yeah, I got it right, I think.
V-A-P. Apocalypse.
NYZ Apocalypse.
And they're in Comac also. No,
Right
they're
off
in
the
Deer Park,
Comac
on
Road in
Road.
Deer Park.
And they
are located conveniently right across the street from the...
Cheers! Check out Senior Frogs.
Wow, we have the timing of a bus full of retarded kids.
Yes.
Like I said.
Check out Senior Frogs in Key West.
Yeah, for my friends who are down in Key West, we got a lot of peeps that listen to us down in Florida. Go take a ride down the Key West to Duval Street. The only place to party is Senior Frogs.
Senior Frogs.
Great food, great drink, killer atmosphere, and they got the T-shirts.
That's right.
Go check them out.
Everything you fucking need.
Everything that you need from our fine friends in Senior Frogs in Key West.
What could be better
That's
down
right.
in Key West? Beach and beers. Come
That's
on.
right. And
Can't beat
boobies.
Well, there's a lot of
And
boobies
wait.
down there.
This is a Jim Chinnici Show. Fucking tits.
Fucking tits
Fucking
is
tits.
correct.
You're the one that said boobies.
I know, right?
Do we have anything else going on?
Yes, we do.
What?
Mario, you can take over from here.
What else do we
On
have?
that note,
We have concerts, right? We only have a couple of rock festivals going on.
Rock Allegiance.
Okay.
And
Do you want to play the commercial? Is that what he's trying to get to?
All my hard
Motherfuck
work.
me.
All my hard work fucking flushed down the toilet in a second.
Did you look at him?
And now we
I
also
thought
have
that was just
Aftershock add on to our list.
Aftershock's added to our list.
That is going to be October 22nd and 23rd.
That's my birthday, October 22nd.
All right. Well,
I'm not going to Aftershock, but that is... It's funny, though, when you look at Mario and he has no idea what to do, you can see clear through to the back of his head if you look at his eyes. Which is fantastic.
You see the little...
Me not know?
I'm about to play something.
I'm the guy who plays sounds.
That's right.
I get it.
Don't forget, why don't you tell them that website again, the email address for the contest?
The email address for the contest is jimchinnicishow@gmail.com. Okay, now remember the contest, folks. You have to send a 30 to 45-second clip about why you should have tickets to Rock Allegiance and incorporate our logo into it. Be creative, be stupid, be funny, show titties, do whatever you got to do to keep our attention for 45 seconds on why you deserve those tickets.
That's right.
So, again,
Wow us.
the contest is open to everyone worldwide. You're on your own for transportation and lodging, but we will give you the concert tickets. Again, August 17th is when the due date is for the video, and August 24th, the winners will be announced. So make sure you get your videos in. We'll post it up on all of our Facebook pages tonight and tomorrow and continually until we're done. And you can start sending those things in immediately, as soon as they're ready.
That's right.
So, Mario, let's play the commercials. We're going to play 4x8 songs. We're going to be out of here. Before I go, I want to thank our fine guest, Tod Howarth, from 4 by Fate.
Yeah.
Their record Relentless is available on the End Records.
Awesome record. Go
No
get
shit,
it.
man.
Awesome record,
sir.
killer interview, and what a gentleman. And again, folks, for you guys who are local, they will be at Looney Tunes in Babylon next Thursday, and I will be posting those dates on my Facebook page, too.
Awesome.
Get your asses out to me for the nicest guys in rock, and you'll have a killer time. I promise you that. And buy the goddamn album.
Awesome.
Jimmy's right, guys. This album's awesome.
Thank you, bitch Marco. Now, anyway, I want you guys to have a great week. Again, thank you all for your continued support, and we'll see you all in person soon. Meanwhile, take it in the can.
Let's eat.
Bees up.
Last year's Monster Energy Rock Allegiance sold out. So this year, we doubled down. 2 days, September 17th and 18th, 20 rock bands per day with Avenged Sevenfold, Alice in Chains, Monster Energy Rock Allegiance, music, craft beer, gourmet man food, Talon Energy Stadium, Saturday and Sunday, September 17th and 18th. Also with The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, Chevelle, Pierce the Veil, Ghost, Chevy Metal. And appearances by Slayer and Volbeat. 3 stages per day, some 40 bands over 2 days. Go to rockallegiance.com for all ticket and festival information. Make your pledge. Get your tickets today. Fueled by Monster Energy Drink.